Good afternoon, English 302. My name is Will Layton, and I believe that pedestrians deserve a better quality of life. Pedestrian deaths from vehicles is at its highest rate since 1981. Their quality of life is not respected by prioritization of cars in populated environments. The prioritization of cars in populated cities has led to increased versatility for vehicles, but inaccessibility and rising safety concerns for pedestrians. This high rate of pedestrian fatalities is due to an increasing number of factors focused around vehicle design and infrastructure. With every new lane that is added to populated roads, that is even more exposure to traffic for pedestrians. By not taking into account the time it takes to cross the road, pedestrians are forced to contend with another chance of risk for each lane that they pass. Distraction and impatience, especially during free right turns, creates even more possibilities for an accident. Not all people also have the option to drive vehicles to commute from work and school. Disabilities can prevent individuals from operating a vehicle. Financial strain can keep one from owning a vehicle, and the costs associated with maintenance, fuel, and insurance. Lack of visibility contributes to these incidents, including unmarked crosswalks and poor lighting, making pedestrians invisible or perceived as jaywalkers to vehicles. What is one of the main contributing factors to the growing pedestrian fatality rate? The popularity of SUVs. SUVs, or sports utility vehicles, have a much higher fatality rate over sedans. To understand why SUVs are so dangerous for pedestrians, it is important to know why school zones exist. When children are hit by vehicles, they do not roll over the hood and therefore have a higher chance of survival due to dispersed impact. They instead take the full force of the impact and are pushed forward by any vehicle. At 20 miles per hour, that is the highest speed a child can be hit by a vehicle, and still, in most cases, survive. The problem with SUVs is that they treat everyone as if they are children. The raised height and front end make it so even adults cannot row over the front end, and are instead susceptible to similar risks in terms of impact as children. At 40 miles per hour, sedans have a roughly 50% fatality rate, while SUVs, on the other hand, have a 100% fatality rate at 40 miles per hour. The worsened blind spots on SUVs create even more scenarios for pedestrian fatalities. These issues are even greater in lower-income neighborhoods, resulting in more Black and Indigenous pedestrian deaths than any other pedestrians in the US. Neighborhoods with unusable sidewalks, lack of proper lighting, and unmarked crosswalks result in more pedestrian fatalities. Lower-income individuals rely on public transportation and a lack of vehicle access, leading to more exposure to these traffic incidents. Encouraging pedestrian access results in increased physical activity. This includes people in these more accessible areas reporting better overall health and more community interaction overall, at least compared to their experience living in areas with decreased pedestrian accessibility. There are also benefits for drivers as well, since more pedestrians and use of public transit results in less overall road traffic. Reducing the amount of single-passenger vehicles condenses a part of road traffic to sidewalks and buses. This brings us to the solutions. Car safety technology in new vehicles has made pedestrian accidents more preventable. By making these features mandatory, emergency braking can prevent accidents or reduce the chance of a fatality. By increasing the survey of high-risk pedestrian areas, these areas can be improved before further incidents can occur. This can include reporting these high-risk and inaccessible areas to local government sites for improvement. The Bellingham site for reporting these issues is cob.org/about/contacts/report. Reduced speed areas can help to limit the fatality rate for pedestrians. This allows for better reaction times and increased visibility for drivers and pedestrians. Sharper turns and more narrow roads can help encourage slower speed. This can also help reduce the time pedestrians are exposed to the open road. To further decrease the time pedestrians are exposed, curb extensions in areas where there is street parking can help shield pedestrians as they enter the first part of the crosswalk. Advocating for the allocation of funding for lower-income neighborhoods can ensure these accessibility changes are actually making their way to the communities that need them the most. Reporting sidewalks that are inaccessible for mobility aids, unlit areas for nighttime travel, and unmarked crosswalks to improve the pedestrian safety of these areas. Improving visibility, making sure car safety regulations are keeping up with current trends, and ensuring greater accessibility for areas with foot travel will lead to a safer experience for pedestrians. By reducing the amount of vehicles on the road, cars will also get to experience faster travel times as well. These improvements will help foster better health and stronger community connections. Focusing on their safety and accessibility will create a better quality of life for pedestrians. Everyone has to be a pedestrian at some point during the day. Why make that time worse? Thank you all for listening to my presentation. This is Will Layton, signing out.